This week, I want you to let us know something that you don't normally view as fun with your health and fitness as fun. Tell us how you reframed it. Tell us how you labeled it fun. Tell us how you gamified it. Tell us how you made it interesting.
I have to admit, I was really, really, really struggling with some content ideas for this one for days going, oh my gosh, oh my, you know how you like chew and chew and chew and churn and churn and churn and you work so hard and you work so hard and you work so hard. And so that, I finally decided, you know what? Can you just sit and be still and be uncomfortable with the fact that you're not sure what the heck to talk about? And then it hit me right in the face, and I realized I've been building this content for weeks, which is pretty cool. So let me get right to it. A wise woman once said to me, after telling me some really kind of crazy stories about her life, this would be my grandmother. You gotta laugh, or you'd cry all the time. So
I love
today,
that.
yeah, right? Let's talk about filter for fun. I know you like that one.
Immediately comes to mind
I'm
an
ready.
acronym.
Tell me.
Triple F,
I knew it.
baby. Triple F.
Only here, folks. Only here. You
Where
heard it
is
here
your
first. The
filter
triple F.
for fun?
So it's so funny. I have to share this, and I know you know this experience as well. I have this really fun client, right? Like I swear, every time I talk to him, he's actually super upbeat. And we talk a lot about like getting uncomfortable with impulses that we don't address, that we don't scratch. And he said to me multiple times, he's like, sometimes I laugh out loud. Sometimes I laugh in that moment where the impulse comes and I am choosing discomfort of not scratching the itch. And it's like right? If he didn't laugh, he would cry for it. And all of this is so interesting to me. Laugh out loud, Adam. There's another acronym.
Absolutely.
LOL, triple F, baby.
Absolutely. So you want to LOL. But I think I love that because there are times, and I've actually written about this, that it can be so uncomfortable. It's almost like this itch under your skin that you cannot get to. And what are you going to do? You're not going to cry about it, right? So you might as well laugh at it. And in a way, that discomfort, it does make you feel alive. I mean, you are feeling the feelings. You're feeling stuff. And we've talked about, how we're kind of sometimes on autopilot. When you're feeling those feelings, you certainly feel alive. It certainly might not be comfortable, but you will feel alive. And it's fun to laugh at it. Why not?
Yeah. Laughing is fun. Laughing is fun. My 106-year-old great grandmother, the year she passed away, or the time she passed away, went to the funeral home with my family to determine what we would do with her since she had passed. We're in there discussing this woman's passing and cremation, and we're in hysterics, laughing so hard. Tears are streaming down our face. The funeral director's in there laughing with us. I couldn't tell you what we were laughing about. But again, like filter for fun, it makes feeling tolerable.
Yeah.
It makes living tolerable. Okay. So I think we're really clear. First of all, everybody should be laughing, right? It is actually scientifically proven that if you smile, pain is more tolerable.
Yes.
Okay. Filter for fun. Let's get to how this applies to getting healthy, getting fit. All right, Adam, would you say it requires effort for you to go outside and play basketball in the driveway with your kids?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would you say playing basketball with your kids is fun?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would you say it requires effort to plan and arrange and pack and prepare and travel to go on vacation?
Lots.
Okay. Is vacation fun?
Yes, very.
Okay. Okay. Right. So, where did we get it twisted that effort equals hard?
Interesting.
Yeah. Right? Okay, think about this. Now, in comes I'm gonna apply it to my body tutor. In comes a brand new client. They come in, they're wanting to achieve some health goals. They understand what it's probably going to take, and they're determined it is going to be hard. Let me ask you, is there effort required in regaining your health, improving your fitness, maintaining those things?
Absolutely. There's also effort if you do nothing as well, but we won't talk about that.
Okay. Is it fun to have health, good health? Is it fun to feel fit and strong?
I'm not sure if there's anything more fun. Unfortunately, it's something
Okay.
we often take for granted, though. It's one of those things that when you don't have, it's all you think about, and then when you do, sometimes you take it for granted. But to be able to just move, to be able to just go for a walk, to be able to just do what you want, that ultimate freedom. I mean, what more fun is that?
So, why do we then equate those efforts with hard?
Well, I think people are looking at the sacrifice of what they're giving up versus all that they're gaining. And unfortunately, often we are only thinking about what we're giving up in the moment versus all that we're gaining. And
Hmm.
really, what a sacrifice is you're giving up something of short term value for something of greater value later on, much greater value later on. But again, often we're stuck in that moment.
Hmm. It's interesting. I'm not sure I can totally wrap my head around everything yet.
Well, oh,
So,
sorry.
some, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I also think just, our brain is the world's largest label machine. What I mean by
Mm.
that is if you go into something and say this is going to suck or this is going to be hard, then it's going to suck and it's going to be hard. If you go into something and
Hmm.
say this is going to be interesting, this is going to be fun, I'm going to learn a lot, I'm going to challenge myself, then it will be those things as well. So every day, every moment, really, you get to use your brain's label machine capabilities and label things however you want them to be. And I think if we can,
Yes.
the one takeaway I want people to have is, and listen, we get it. Life is hard. Life can be challenging. Life can throw you curveballs and be extraordinarily difficult at times. But if you try to approach it with a filter for fun, it just makes it a lot more tolerable and sometimes really fun. And when we're
Yes.
kids, the question I often ask my kids is, did you have fun or are you having fun? Unfortunately, when we're adults, no one is asking us that. And that fun just kind of gets pushed to the side for work and life and responsibilities and all that good stuff. And the less fun we have, the more we rely on food for fun, right? We all have this inner child. And if we suppress that fun, we're going to find that fun in other ways.
You know, I think one of the things that comes to mind, okay, you brought up kids. So, something that I've been working on with my son, right? He's signed himself up by saying yes to us. We've signed him up. He's not old enough to do that yet. Um, for all these fun activities, right? Literally, like super fun stuff. He got to do Battle of the Books with his school. He's taking this really cool after school engineering program. He's starting up lacrosse. It's a lot, right? Like, I'm not going to lie, it's a lot and it makes for long days. But he will wake up in the morning, Adam, grumbling. I mean, it's like a cloud over his head, just pulling the blanket over his head. And I look at him and I'm like, son, these are fun things. These are fun. You've not even done it yet. The day hasn't even begun. And you're choosing for it to feel hard and awful. I said, but lacrosse is fun. Engineering class that you got hand selected for? How fun. of the books with your buddies. How fun, right? And like, I'm not like beating him over the head with this, but I give him a little time to think about that. I'm like, it's really up to you, right? You're choosing for it to either be a miserable experience or a fun experience. So I'm going to give you some time. Get out of bed, and I want you to decide, is today going to be fun? Are you going to filter for fun, or are you going to filter for misery? And I can hear a lot of people saying, well, my tendency is, or I've just always struggled with, or whatever. But, at the end of the day, we can still choose to try, right? Choose to try to make it fun.
Exactly.
Even if it's just a brief moment, right? Like, this takes practice. Maybe this sounds nauseating to some of you listening. I understand, right? Like, there is a part of us that benefits from seeing things as cloudy and rainy and not fun. But just try. Why not try it? Right?
Right.
Actually, I have a suggestion. So I'm working with some clients currently on slowing down their eating, right? I'm challenging them, and in the periphery, I'm challenging myself. And I let them know, I'm like, listen, I'm doing this with you. Like, here are some things I'm learning. Here's what I'm seeing. What are you seeing? And it's great because it's kind of building some fun into like a little group challenge. I don't let them know, about what the other people are doing. Just me and them. Group being the two of us. And so we talk about different ways that we're like challenging ourselves to slow down. And like one thing I'm doing is like, how long can I extend this meal?
Mm-hmm.
And like how small can I make my bite, right? Like I used to do this kind of thing with Lucky Charms. Did you ever fish out like all the crappy cereal pieces
Of course.
to leave the marshmallows
Yes.
behind, right? It was like the longest bowl of cereal ever with that challenge. So it's fun like that, right? So anyway, those are just some ideas I had about how to make some of this stuff that could be hard and effortful fun.
Yeah. And I really do think it is how you choose to label it. And I think, and I know, transforming your body could be really fun. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable that you can change how you look and how you feel through your actions of eating well, movement. Like, those will actually change your body. And that is fun. I mean, think of yourself as like a sculptor, when you approach it that way, or think of yourself as an athlete. That's fun, right? It doesn't necessarily just, I have to give up this food. I can't do this. No, it's all about what you're gaining. And yes, to your point, I know this can sound nauseating and could be lots of eye rolls. We understand, I get it. There's a lot of stuff going on. People have a lot of responsibility. But you can choose to filter things through a lens of fun and challenge and growth, which is all fun, right? And I think that is what we want for you, is how can you take what you might not normally perceive as fun this week and label it as fun? Make it a game, right? Gamify it. Laugh at the discomfort, because the reality is you're going to face it one way or another. You might as well make the most of it.
Absolutely. I think another theme with one of my clients currently, she works her tail off. I'm telling you what, she works her butt off in every aspect of her life. And this year she was like, what am I working so hard for if I'm not having any fun? So that's really been something we've worked on this year, finding the fun in all the hard work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to hear what people are doing. Like, where are they feeling challenged, and how are they finding the fun in that?
Yes. So, if this is a reminder to have that triple F, that filter for fun, schedule fun. And it's amazing what just even 20 to 30 minutes a day of fun can do for you. It truly is life changing. Mm-hmm. Whether it could be, doing puzzles at night or building something at night. I get it. We're all busy, but just making a time for a little fun is really important. So make sure you schedule time for fun. Otherwise, food becomes your fun. And also just approaching life with a lens for fun. And we get it. Again, I keep saying, because I understand there, depending on the mood you're in, you can be like, oh God, I can't even listen to this. Right. But if you're in that right mood, it's easy to understand, like, yes, why not? Right. It's easy to be heavy. It's hard to be light. On the flip side, it could be easy to be light and hard to be heavy. Right. You can choose how you want to view things. So you might as well choose the light version, the happy version, the energized version. One of my personal like rules and goals with my kids is I want my kids to think I'm silly. Like silliness, I think is a part of fun. And like I'll do ridiculous things for my kids to get them to laugh or to be like, no, that's not true, or just like all these ridiculous things. Silliness is important to me because I don't ever want to lose that. I don't ever want to be too serious.
Yeah.
As they say, nobody gets out alive anyway. We might as well have fun, right?
That's true. It's true. We're all heading the same direction. Let's do it, having some
You might
fun.
as well have fun. And, when you view health and fitness as fun and as freedom and as the opportunity to do whatever you want, that's really fun. And challenging yourself and growth, like those are all fun things. Sure, there's tough moments, right? Fun isn't always fun. Doing what makes us feel good doesn't always feel good in the moment. Just like what makes us feel bad doesn't always feel bad in the moment, right? We might do something that feels good in the moment, but ultimately makes us feel bad, and vice versa. So don't let the fleeting nature of things get in the way of what you really, really want for yourself.
Yeah. So let's go back because I think you pitched a challenge out there.
Yep.
So dial that in for us. What are you asking for?
This week, I want you to let us know something that you don't normally view as fun with your health and fitness as fun. Tell us how you reframed it. Tell us how you labeled it fun. Tell us how you gamified it. Tell us how you made it interesting. Tell us how you made it fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be exciting to hear. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Same.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Filter for fun this week. Let us know what you did and how it helped, because it will, even if it's just slapped a smile on my face. All right. And we'll see you again next time. Until then, take good care.